One day after the FDA announces a change in hearing aid regulations, Best Buy saying it will start selling the devices in the fall. Change allows people with mild or moderate hearing loss to buy hearing aids without a prescription. So joining us now to talk about the change is Thomas Powers. He's an audiologist and longtime consultant in the hearing health industry. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
First question, Best Buy says it's going to do it. Are these new hearing aids going to be as good as the ones that you can prescribe?
Well, I think we're going to have a variety of different devices available, both in the OTC category, which will be available later this fall, as well as the prescriptive category, which the FDA updated as a part of this regulation. It was 200 pages long, so it was quite a document. But I think Best Buy will be one of many outlets that people will be able to purchase devices, and there'll be a variety of options, styles, form factors that people can choose from.
Is the average person, though, able to do as good a job as a doctor can?
Well, that's the $64,000 question. I think, you know, one of the things that we recommend strongly is that before you really begin this process, make sure you understand what the nature of your hearing loss is. See a hearing professional, an audiologist, an ear, nose, and throat specialist, and have a hearing test and find out, do you have a mild to moderate hearing loss, and are these devices for you? It could be that you simply have earwax in your ears, and maybe that just needs to be cleaned out by your physician. So that's usually the first step, is just have a hearing test so we can understand the severity of the loss, explain the options, whether OTC is the right thing or whether prescriptive devices might be a better option for you.
What about those who are eligible right now and have not gotten hearing aids because they, for whatever reason, stigma, too expensive, because we know they're very expensive? What do you say to them that hearing, even if it's moderate, I should say, not hearing problems that can't be helped, what do you say to them why it is so important for you to be able to hear?
Well, you know, hearing is obviously one of our five senses, and we're learning more and more about the real importance of our hearing. We know that people who don't have treatment for their hearing loss have a higher risk of falls, especially as they get older. There's a higher risk of dementia and cognitive decline. They tend to withdraw from social situations, so you're not enjoying your family as much because you can't contribute to the conversation or don't want to, for fear that somebody may, you know, say, well, you gave us the wrong answer to that question. So there's a whole variety of things that are benefits, if you will, from getting your hearing loss treated. And again, the first step is to see a hearing professional to understand the nature and origin of it, so we can give you a direction to go. This is going to be a significant difference in price, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to see a wide variety of prices. I think also in the prescriptive side. I mean, the OTC and the prescriptive, the FDA guidance document of the new regulations really overhauled the whole hearing aid structure. Hearing aids today are available, you know, from an entry point of $1,000 and up. We expect that some of the OTC devices could be in the $500 to $700, $1,000 as well for a pair of devices, because
as opposed to thousands right now.
Yeah, comparatively. You know, the other issue, of course, is that if you do have either a more significant hearing loss or really a special hearing loss where you have decreased understanding, it may be that seeing a professional is the way to go. That also involves going to their office. They have to have equipment that the people selling online don't have. So those expenses have to be covered, and that's part of the cost, not only the device, but the cost of keeping their office open, as well as all of the services, testing, follow-up visits, all that goes along with getting hearing aids. So I would say it's a complicated process, but there's a lot to it, and part of that cost is just all the services.
Thomas Powers, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care. Be safe. Be well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.